Hi, this is Tracy Sparrowhawk here at successwithtracy.com, and I have a question for you. Are you a procrastinator like me? This is something that I have struggled with for many years, and I am a network marketing professional, and this is one area in my business where I find I do not do the things that I know that I should be doing. And if you are in a home business, I'm sure you can relate, because it's just so much easier to think that you can put off something to do a little later, but then you get sidetracked by things that you know you don't really need to do. Now, I was listening to a podcast by Chalene Johnson, and she talked about this very subject, procrastination. And she talked about the myths around it, as well as giving 10 tips to overcome it. So you might want to grab a pen and paper, because you're going to want to take notes. She offers some great tips that I want to share with you, because I know it's going to help me, and I'm sure it will help you too. Now, also, before I get started, I'm not sure how you found this video, but if you like the content and you want to learn more about how to grow your business and how to be more productive, just click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded another video. Now, also, if you want to, click on the link below in the description box. I have a special gift for you, which I will tell you about in a little bit. But first, let's get to the content. So everybody knows what self-discipline is. It's to do what you know you need to do, and you need to do it now. But it's so easy to put some things off. And there are a few reasons why we put things off and think we can do them later. So I'm just going to go through these. I'm going to refer to my notes, because I took really good notes, and I think this will really make sense. So why do we procrastinate? And it is a normal thing to want to put things off to do later, and that's fine. But when it becomes kind of a habit and you're doing it constantly, then that's not good. So one reason why we procrastinate is because we feel overconfident. We think some task is not going to take as long as we think it's going to take. So you put it off to do it later, and then what happens is you might end up running out of time to do that thing, because you've waited until the last second, and now you don't have time to do it. So that's one reason. Now, the second reason why you might procrastinate is because, and this is big with me, especially because I have said for the last however many years that I want to have a garage sale. And our house is so full of stuff that I don't know where to begin. And just about every room has all kinds of junk in it that needs to be cleaned out. And because there's so much and it's so overwhelming, I don't know where to begin. So it's just easier to just throw my hands up and walk away. I don't know if you've felt like that, but I know I have. So you don't know where to start on your list, or again, like me, you haven't even made a list. So you have all these things rolling around in your brain. You know you have a good idea what you want to get rid of, but you just haven't put it down on paper. So the longer you go without putting it down on paper, the more things get jumbled around in your head, and pretty soon it's just so overwhelming that it's just keeps you stuck. Now, the third reason why you might procrastinate is because you don't really believe the task is that important. Now, if you think of, like say, with our kids, for example, if you're a parent, you know that when you want something done, you want it done now or within a reasonable amount of time. And if you ask your kids to do it, if they don't think it's important, they're not really interested in doing it, and they don't really want to do it. But So that's the same thing. Like if somebody asks you to do something and you don't think that task is important, they want it done now, but you don't really feel it's important to do, so you don't want to do it. Now the reason could be just laziness, when you don't feel like doing those things that you know you need to do. Now, this can also be a symptom of depression or anxiety or just being overwhelmed. Now, the fifth reason is you're not motivated by the outcome. So, I could have a garage sale, but I'm just thinking, well, maybe I'm going to have to drag all the stuff that doesn't sell to Goodwill or Value Village or whatever. So I'm not really that motivated to have to do all that work and give up a weekend and have to haul all my crap out anyway. Now, you might fear the outcome. So you could be fearful of what will happen. Like, what if that's part of the reason. What if I have a garage sale and nobody comes or nothing sells and then I'm still stuck with all my stuff? You might be thinking, well, what if I hit in your business? You might think, well, what if I hit the next rank advance? What do I do then? How am I going to keep it going? I'm going to have to work that much harder. Or you could be afraid of success, or afraid of failure. There's so many things that you could be fearing. So that's another reason. So if you can identify with any of those reasons why you procrastinate, I'm sure you're not alone. Now, the way to get over procrastination, and here's where you might want to grab the pen and paper to write down these 10 tips, or you can come back and watch the video later if you save it and subscribe. So the first thing that you want to do is to brainstorm and do a brain dump. And Chalene recommended taking about half an hour to just sit down and write down everything that is going through your head, everything that you want to do, everywhere you want to go, everywhere, whether it's related to your family, whether it's related to your health or fitness, whether it's related to your home and doing upgrades or a garage sale or whatever, if you need to make doctor's appointments and dreams, whatever you have for your business, whatever is going around in your head, just do a brain dump and get it all on the list. Because now you can go through your list and procrastinate. So what I mean by that is you can go through your list and prioritize what you need to do now and what can wait. And by doing this, it will help you sort out things that need to be done this week, this month, this quarter, or by the end of the year. So there may be some things that you have to do, but they can wait until, the end of the year, or maybe they don't need to be done for a few months, or they might need to be done now. So what she recommends is keeping 4 folders of 4 lists with just those headings: this week, this month, this quarter, and this year. And she recommends keeping these on your phone so you can update it and move things around accordingly. Now, the third step you want to do is you want to prioritize the tasks that move the needle. So what does that mean? Well, take my example of the garage sale. I know I need to have a garage sale, and so I want to make that a priority. It's a big job because we have to go through our stuff, figure out what we're going to keep, what we're going to sell, and what we're going to give away. That's a big job when I look at all the rooms in our house. So now that might not be, I might put something else priority that needs to be done, like say cleaning out my closet, which won't take as long to do, and that's way easier. But I may or may not have to clean my closet out. So if you put the tasks that are harder and they're not as fun and they're not as easy, but you need to get them done and you want to put those on the top of your list, that will give you a bigger win at the end of the day. So once you have figured out what your big item is, you want to break down that big item into smaller chunks. Now, if you don't know where to start with your big task on how to break it down, you can go to this little website called Google, or you can go to another website called YouTube and punch in how to do almost anything, and you can find out how to start whatever you need to do. Now, the next thing you want to do after you've prioritized your big project, you've broken it down into smaller chunks, now you want to assign the due dates. So maybe I'm going to be having my garage sale next month. So I want to make sure I'm going through, break it down, and maybe go through a room a week and get my kids involved to help. And that way we can have everything done by a certain day and get it all ready for the garage sale. So now the sixth, so that was step 5 to assign a due date to your project. You want to know what your destinations are for procrastination for step 6. So for example, I'll use my garage sale as an example. If I know that I'm going to clean out a room and I really don't want to clean out that room, what do I decide to do instead, right? Or in your business, if you know you have to make calls, is the laundry calling? Do the dishes need to be done? Maybe you need a snack, or you want to take the dog for a walk, or go to the gym. So you have to figure out what is your go-to when you know you don't want to do your task, right? So, and you want to just become aware of that so that when you start to do that thing, you can correct yourself and get back on task. Now, the number 7 step is to create accountability. So if you are going to, if you want to make X number of calls a day, for example, then you can maybe hold yourself accountable by talking to somebody and sharing that with a business partner or a friend or somebody that, a mentor, whatever. You just want to make it known to someone else that you're going to be doing this task and you want to be held accountable. Or you can share it on social media if it's something that you feel comfortable doing. Now, step 8, you want to establish incremental rewards. So as you're breaking down your task into smaller chunks, every time you get a little piece of that done, you can reward yourself. You can reward yourself with, a manicure or pedicure, or walk around the park, or whatever, some little treat that you have. Because when you're doing a big project, if you wait until the end to reward yourself, it might be too easy to give up on the way and just figure that, that reward isn't enough of a motivation. So give yourself a little treat while you complete one step at a time. Now, the 9th step is you want to visualize and believe that you will get it done. So sometimes we might put things on our list that we know we're not going to do. I know I've done that. So you want to try and put things on your list that you know you have to get done, that you can see yourself doing. And because if you're breaking your word with yourself, and sometimes it's easy, I break my word with myself, I do that all the time, and I give myself more grace, right? But it doesn't help self-confidence, and it doesn't help self-worth, because then what happens is you might end up bashing yourself for not doing the thing that you want to get done. So it's a good idea to visualize it and believe you can get it done, and figure out why. If you really can't visualize it, figure out why you can't get it done. Get to the root cause of what's going on there. Now, the 10th step, and the most important one, is to just start. How many times do we hear this in our business? And it doesn't matter if it's perfect. Just start. I know, with example for my garage sale, if I just start to go through my stuff whenever I can and, start putting stuff aside that I know I can put in the sale, I might have to have 2 or 3 garage sales. I don't know. But I just have to start. And same with anything that we do. We just have to start. And if you're like me, where you think it has to be perfect, that's going to trip you up too, because it's not going to be perfect. Nothing when you first start is perfect, right? Even, something like riding a bike, you're going to fall down. And you're going to have to get up and try again. And that's okay, because that's how you learn, right? That's how we learn, is by doing. And it's not going to, it's not life-threatening or so you make a mistake the first time. Now you know one way not to do something, right? So just get going. Just start. So I hope these tips were valuable for you, and that you got some good ideas there on things that you're procrastinating on and things that you can start doing to get over that. And like I said, I have a special gift for you. So if you're in business, if you're in network marketing, and part of your procrastinating is not going and talking to people because you feel you've run out of people to talk to, and you should do it, but you just don't know who to talk to. Well, I have a resource that you can get. It's a recruiting blueprint, and it's a free download, and the link is in the description box, and you can grab that, and it will give you some action steps on how you can start putting content on Facebook or other social media that will start getting people reaching out to you, so you will get at least 3 to 5 leads a day, and you will have people to talk to. So I hope you pick up that resource, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.